Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the latest episode of the Airplane Show. Yes, sir. It's Friday night, May 15th, year of our Lord, 2026. It's currently about 2100 Eastern Daylight Time here in where I live. I'm not telling you where I live. You guys already probably know. I've talked about it before. All right, so welcome to Friday Night Fenix. This is not the flight I wanted to do, by the way. I did not want to do this one. I was really hoping that the update for the 737-800 from PMDG, I was really hoping that that would be out today. However, it wasn't. It's out if you bought it on PC. I bought it on Xbox, and because of that, it's not available yet. They've already pushed it to the store, so I'm trying to remember by memory. Well, usually you remember by memory. They pushed it to the store. It's just not. You know how Microsoft is. They push it, they wait like a week or two, and then they release it. So instead of buying the airplane over again, which I really came close to doing today, we are just going to wait for the update to come out. So in the meantime, we're going to fly this flight. Let me get this flight here pulled up so I can show you. Let me get everything pulled up here. Let's get display capture, boomer capture. All right, so we're going to do a little Global X flight. Global X. I'm not super familiar with this airplane, but they seem to fly a lot around the south, up to Denver, down into Mexico, that kind of thing. So yeah, I've always liked their livery. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to do this airplane. We are going to be leaving from Phoenix. We're going to fly to Harlingen, Texas, which is down near Corpus Christi. We're going to get to, looks like 37,000 feet. This is our flight right here, this route. That's what we have built in right now. So yeah, man. So I'm saying let's get into this bitch and get going and get rolling, baby. Make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Just punch it all, bitch. Just hit every single button on the way out. All right, I will turn the game audio on here in a minute. Let me get this up. Let's get you up. Got to figure out which one of the 19,000 Phoenixes we're going to use here. I think it's CFM. I really wanted to fly a 319, but they didn't have the livery that I wanted for a 319. All right, I think this is the right one. Yep, Global X. And real enough, this tail number here, November 278 Golf X-ray, that is the real tail number of the plane we are flying tonight. So that's pretty dope. All right, 328 GX. We have GXA. We'll just say Global. And then our flight number is... give me 1 second. Let me pull the flight into here real quick. Oh, you know, it's not going to show there. Let's see here. Say intention, sim brief. View flight 6211. I guess we don't really need to do this part, but since we're not using the ATC from the game. All right. Oh, you know, one thing I did not get, what gate? Who gives a fuck? I was gonna think, like, what gate did this thing take from, but I'm not looking that back up. It's not a big deal. KIWA Williams Gateway. Where is Phoenix Airport? I thought Phoenix was pretty close to here. I mean, I know we're at Phoenix. I'm just looking for the Phoenix Airport. Scottsdale. Oh, there's Phoenix. Oh, it's all the way over there. All right. So this is on the other side of Phoenix. Hello. Hello there, Phoenix. I guess this airplane would park. I don't know. We'll just park over here. Here we go. We'll just park here. All right, let's roll, bitch. Oh, do I have everything running here? Do I have auto FPSs? Yes, I do. And this might take a moment to load in. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let me get say intentions pulled up. Okay, let's let this load up a little bit. I haven't been in this game in a few days. I need to make sure that... Oh, good. It's still on half refresh rate. Excellent. Okay. That really helps with the frame rate. And what does it say for a dynamic? 45. All right, let me update that on auto FPS. So we have that there, 45. And we'll just do auto FPS. For now, we'll see how that runs. All right, let's operated by Global Crossing Airways. Excellent. All right, do we have... All right, we do have ground power connected. Let's go ahead and... Okay, let's make sure weather radar is off. All right, engines are off. Wipers are off. Okay, let's see here. Batteries have good voltage. Let's go ahead and turn our batteries on. Turn on our external power. All right, let's turn those on. Ramp and ACP, fire, start. Nav lights. Alright, I'll go through that another day. Let's get our flight plan pulled in here. Let me look at the settings real quick. It's been a minute since I've been in here. Meters, inches. Okay, that all looks good. And okay, very good. So that's all done. Let's save that. Import from SimBrief. Ground services. Okay, mass and balance. All right, let's pull in our flight plan. And our McDo. Okay, data link. Okay, that's good. Alright, we don't need to worry about that. Let's go to Atsu. Let's go ahead and pull our flight plan in. Damn, that thing's auto FPS is at 77? No way. Put that back on 45. Not having that thing will work way too hard to keep it there. Alright, that all looks good. Alright, pre-departure clearance. We'll just say gate 29. Oh, you know what? We need to find out what ATIS is. Let's see if we can send that in. Let's see here, that, and AOC, okay, ATIS, KIWA, departure, and send. Alright, while that is doing its thing, let's go out and check the outside. Whee! Alright, let's make sure all the fans look good. That all looks okay. Whoa, why you park airplane so close to us? Look at that ass Cessna. Why does it say ass Cessna as like a Beechcraft? That is a very... Maybe that airplane is transitioning. Could be. Maybe it's transitioning from a Beechcraft to a Cessna. It's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to start identifying as a Beechcraft G36. Or G38. I think that's a G36. I'm not going to go by Cessna anymore. We just going to go by Beech. I mean, we're going to go by Cessna, not by Beechcraft. Yes, that's a stupid joke. Let's open up the fuel tank. I think this is so cool. One day we're going to do this, where we turn on the pumps and fill it up through here. I think that is so cool that you can do that. And move the hydraulics. Let's do that. Where's that panel at? Portable water or potable water? Should be right around. Because here's the latch you open. Should be right around here some. Oh, maybe this is it right here. There, that's portable water. Services panel. That's air. Air conditioning. Oh, it's right here, I think. Yep. Alright. I love doing this. Let's open this door up. No, bitch! Wrong way. I think that is so cool. Hey, what's up, Alex? How you doing, my friend? That's so dope. Alright. Let's get back in here. Before I do anything else... Oh, you know what? Actually, let me... What about, did we get ATIS yet? I don't think we did. I don't think we are going to get it. Since I'm not connected to VATSIM tonight. Oh, wait a minute. We did get it. Hang on. Okay, return. No shit. Alright, so we have information helo. Okay, runway's 30 in use. Landing and departing is 30 left. I think that's the runway we're using here. Let's see. Where is... Yeah, 30 left. Okay. So that's good. So let's get our pre-departure clearance, and while that is while we're getting the pre-departure clearance, we're going to go save some seats in the back. Oh, can I only use one ATIS? Oh, I can only use one McDo. Alright, no worries. Alright. ATC. Alright, we have, we'll just say gate number 29. ATIS ID is H for helo. And then we have KIWA, KIWA. Alright, let's send that in, get our departure clearance. Now let's go save some seats. And then when we come back, we're gonna get our departure set up and our secondary plan set up in case we have a engine failure during takeoff. We'll have a plan already in place.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Global Crossing Airlines and the entire crew, welcome aboard Flight 6211, departing from Phoenix A, Mesa Gateway Airport and heading to Valley International Airport. We kindly ask that you
I think it's Shift F1. Let me see here.
Stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out to any member of our crew. Thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
Yeah, Shift F1. Okay. We got that saved. Let's go save. Number 2. And we just have 2 more seats to save quickly, and then we'll get the APU turned on. While the APU is turning on, and we're waiting for the line to clear out all the gases from exhaust and everything else, we'll load up the airplane. Finish getting our flight plan put in, and then we should be ready for pushback. Oh, we don't really need to push back, actually. We can just leave from here. Alright, did we get a... Alright, there's no message there. Let's see if we got a message. I'd be very surprised if we did get it. Oh, no shit. Yeah, I wonder why the McDo's not working. Oh, it's on standby. Okay. Alright, in the meantime, let's go ahead and get the APU turned on. Turn emergency lights on. Oh, you know what we need to do first, actually? Let's clear out our display here and make sure there's nothing hidden in the back. Let's hold the recall button for 3 seconds. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Okay. Everything is normal. That means there's nothing weird in the background going back. Let's check. Well, before we put the APU on, let's check hydraulics. Okay, hydraulics are normal. Electric looks normal. Okay. And fuel is balanced at the moment. Alright, let's turn the APU on. After it turns on, we will set the timer for 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and get our airplane initialized here. Initialization request. Let's get the flight plan pulled in. In the meantime, let's get pulled into the tablet here. So we're going to have to find a waypoint, maybe 20, 30 miles away from here. So we can set that up as a holding point in case we have an engine out while we're taking off. So TFD is kind of to the south. I guess we could use TFD. I know that's 30 miles. I already mapped it out earlier. Flight number is GXA 6211, I think. Yeah, GXA 6211, and we're going to 39,000 feet. We have a cost index of 17. There's our pre-departure clearance. All right, let's hit the button. Departure request status, KIWA received, it's being processed. Okay. Expect runway 30 left. Okay, Wilco. Send. Excellent. In the meantime, let's go ahead and pull in some wind. So that's been done. Now let's finish building our departure and takeoff. So departure, we have I'm going to do instant load for the airplane, so that'll only take a moment to do. All right, departure, we have runway 30 left. We are doing the Catman 6 departure. And phase is our transition. And then we have eclipse, and we are doing RNAV-Y for 13. So let's get that in here. RNAV 13. RNAV-Y. Okay, let's get rid of any discontinuities. So we have that manual there. Let's get rid of that. Clear. And then clear. Right. Insert. And now clear. Not allowed. Right, clear. That's very interesting that it won't allow me to clear that out. That is very strange. I have never seen that before. Phase. Let me look at this departure real quick. Yeah, eclipse is the first. Alright, flight plan. Let's make sure the rest of it makes sense. Alright, let's get rid of that discontinuity there. Alright, now let me see if I can get rid of this one here. Okay. So let's do this here. Let's go next waypoint. And let me put in... I'm just going to put in ECLPS. Same waypoint. ECLPS. Okay, insert. And let's go ahead and try to clear this out now. Alright, I'm not worried about it. What we'll do is after we take off, we'll just go direct to eclipse. Actually, that's what we should do anyways, actually. Direct to eclipse. There we go. Okay. I like that. That works. Alright, let's go to secondary flight plan. Alright, we are going to do KIWA to KIWA. Flight number GXA. This is only if we have an engine out situation. But we are hopefully going to be able to do this because it looked like it can handle this. Alright, let's put a cost index in of 6, something low, so the engines don't work harder than they need to. Alright, let me take a look at our map here and see what we have kind of near us as far as a waypoint. Here's our departure. Let's put on, we'll do I. So I was thinking of using, where's it at here? It was TFD. Yeah, JOLAV is what I was thinking about using. This is 22 miles away from the airport. So maybe I'll just put in TFD. No, you know, I'll do Joe Lev. We'll do Joe Lev. What? Nah, we'll do TFD. All right, let's see if we can do this. So let's go to flight plan. Okay, and then we are going to go, hang on, secondary flight plan. Secondary flight plan. Okay, let's add in next waypoint, and we have Joe Lev. And then the runway, I think they said it was 30 left that they were using. So let's set up our arrival for 30 left. Do they have an ILS anywhere? They have, okay, we'll do ILS 30C. No star. Okay. Let's get rid of this discontinuity. Let's get rid of this discontinuity. That's still not allowed, huh? Interesting. All right, let's put a hold here. Okay, computed. Oh, you know what? It's been 3 minutes. Let's turn on the, oh shit, the APU never turned on. Alright. Let's wait for the APU to fire up, and then we will turn on the stopwatch. Oh shit, I gotta plug in my computer. Almost killed the bitch. Let's alright, so that should be a hold now. Did it not take? No, it didn't. Okay. Inbound course, we'll say 180. Okay, computed to, and return. There's our hold at at Joe Lev, and we will do direct to Joe Lev. All right, direct. Okay, nope, that's not going to work. That's really weird that we can't take out that. I know it's because we don't have a waypoint after KIWA. See something here. Is there a oh, they do have a waypoint there, IWA. All right, let's put that in, and then we can hopefully get rid of that discontinuity. All right, so we have IWA. We also need to see if there's any speed restrictions on this takeoff. Okay, I would say, yeah, the one that's 1 nautical mile. There we go. Right, now can we get rid of... God damn, man, that sucks. Alright, let's put in our departure. And we will say 30 left. There we go. Excellent. So that's now done. Our secondary flight plan, if we have an engine out, is in. So that is good. Let me just try to put in our departure one more time here. Let's look at one thing here. IRS. Performance, data, IRS monitor, okay. Okay, nav is 0.0. Typically those would have some sort of variables with it, but That looks good to me. All right, let me try to... All right, all that's good. Let's go ahead and get the airplane. Oh, is the APU on now? All right, let's... APU is on. Let's go ahead and wait 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and pull in all the weights and everything. Okay, load aircraft. Load instant. Okay, that's done. Let's send this to the MCDU. Let's also get departure, sync the load sheet, sync that, calculate, and send this to the MCDU as well. We have 2977. Got about a minute left. Let's go ahead and get our, oh, we can't get taxi clearance. I mean, pushback clearance yet. We're still waiting for the APU. Let's make sure everything else pulled in here. Performance. All right, so we have a clean speed of 200, a green dot speed of 2. Oh, you know what I forgot to do on our secondary flight plan? Performance. Okay, we have 29.77. Temperature right now here is 34. Wind is 260 by 8. All right, and Barrow would be, we'll just say 450. We're probably not going to be doing this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, let's come back here. Let's look at, so we have a 200 dot. Okay, let's see. Do we have any sort of holdups with departure here? No, I don't see any speed restrictions. If we had one, we could come in and you could do like 5 miles, you know, 5 knots over the excuse me, the green dot speed. Okay. All right, has it been? All right, it's been 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and turn APU bleed on. Let's make sure the generator is getting power, and then we'll turn off external power, and then we'll get out of here. All right, very good. Let's turn off external power. Let's turn on the fuel pumps. Let's disconnect the chocks, the ground power, all that stuff, close the doors up, and we're going to get clearance for pushback and engine start. Okay, close those. Chocks and cones. GPU. Let's close our door here. Okay. Where the hell's our cockpit door at? It should be right here. Right here. Alright, lock the door. Let's plug in our code. We have 4166. Let's put that on. Alright, ground, we have 128.25. Is that what we're on right now? 128? Nope, we're not. Now we are. Oh, my button doesn't work. Shit, I gotta fix something real quick. Hang on 1 second. Oops, wrong thing. I wonder why it's not there anywhere. Alright, let's try this. Alright, that didn't work. Let's go to the next one. Let's erase this. Let's go to... We'll try this one. It changes, like almost every airplane it changes. Some of them you just can't do it. This might be one of those airplanes where you can't do it. I'm gonna try 1 or 2 more times and then that'll be it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Alright, switch okay, let's try this one. There we go. Yep. Alright, let's request engine and startup. Where are we at? Mesa Gateway. Mesa Gateway Global 6211 requesting push and engine start.
Gemini 6211, push and start approved. Tail northwest.
Alright, so we're just going to start up the engines here. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Let's turn off packs. Let's put on our beacon lights. Put our strobes on auto. Okay, that all looks good. Let's go ahead and fire up engine 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Global Crossing Airlines, Flight 6211, departing from Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport and heading to Valley International Airport. Our estimated flight time is approximately 2 hours. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information for
Ladies
everyone.
and gentlemen, please
Even our
observe the
frequent
cabin crew
flyers.
member closest
We have
to
one from Say Intentions and one from Phoenix.
Fitting into the buckle.
It's like dueling flight attendants.
Remember, your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Please return your seatbacks and tray tables to the upright position, and open your window blinds for takeoff. Mobile phones and
Oh, you know what? Let me, I want to set this for the correct time.
Please pay attention to illuminated
This thing took off at like 5 in the morning.
following safety procedures.
Smoking, including
The safety card found
Alright, we'll
in
do
your
this.
seat pocket contains important
Oxygen
information
masks
about
will drop
exit
automatically if
routes,
needed.
oxygen masks.
Pull the mask firmly, place it over your nose and mouth.
I was thinking about doing a 1-engine
Secure your own mask.
taxi, but we'll do a 2-engine taxi here.
Life vests are located under your seats or between seats to use. Pull it out, place it over your head, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft.
Alright, that looks good. Let's
Special
go
life vests for children are available.
engine 2 on.
Floor-level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. There are 2 exits at the front, 2 over the wings, and 1 at the rear of the aircraft.
Okay,
Nearest
load
exit
sheet.
may be behind you. In case of evacuation,
Accept.
please leave all personal belongings behind
turn.
If any electronic device becomes hot or shows signs of damage, please inform the crew member right away. For more details, refer to the safety information card in your seat pocket. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you a pleasant flight.
Okay, let's set this for 5,000. Huh. Hang on, I gotta look at one last thing. Sorry. I should have did this before I went live tonight. Yeah, see, this should not be. This is the one I'm looking for. Increase auto reference. Okay, there we go. Oh, I hope it still has the same button for the comms. Fuck. Let me see here. No, it doesn't. Suck my. Fuck. I don't remember having to do this many times, like in 2020. Like usually you just set it and forget it. Set it and forget it. Who was that dude, Ron somebody from like the 80s who was always selling like those okay, so we have comm switch to standby. He was always selling like those home appliances and like cookers that would cook a chicken in like 20 seconds, and he's like, set it and forget it. Alright, engines are looking good. Let's go ahead and turn the APU bleed off. Turn the packs back on. Disengage the APU. And let's get taxi clearance and we will get on out of here. Mesa Ground Global 211 requesting taxi clearance to runway 30 left. Okay, spoilers armed.
Gemini 6211, runway 30 left, taxi via Whiskey Hotel Bravo, November.
Taxi via Whiskey Hotel Bravo, November. Gemini 6211. Alright, we can turn the weather on for now, even though we're not really going to use it yet. And TCAS is not available yet. Let's turn that on. Right, auto brake. Let's put you on max. Let's test the configuration. Normal. Okay, let's check our hydraulics. They all look good. Pressure is looking good, and must be the cabin saying they're okay. All right, cabin is saying they're okay. All right, let's release our parking brake. When we get up a little closer, we'll run through the taxi checklist. Let me give the comms to our esteemed co-pilot tonight. I forget who I chose. I think it was some dude. I forget his name though. Alright, taxi checklist. After start, anti-ice, ECAM status. Oh, pitch trim percent. Let's make sure that is set. Okay, that is set okay. Looks fine. All right, let's roll. right, when we get up a little closer, we're gonna stop for a second and do our taxi checklist. Let's activate constraints since we're getting ready to be doing takeoff. Predictive wind shear. Okay, that's on auto. That's fine. Alright, we'll put terrain on first officer's side so he can monitor terrain. Let's activate our flight control page. Oh, we have our flight control page already on. Is it the TriStar or is that an MD-11? I can't tell from this far back. See if we can shine some more light on him. Halt! In the name of all airplanes. You can't go back on the ride. You gotta move. No, you can't go that way. You've already ridden the ride today. You gotta get off.
Gemini 6211. Be advised, uncontrolled traffic at your 12 o'clock, 850 feet. Not injected by stay intention.
Alright, while we're sitting here, let's put the parking brake on. Let's check out our flight controls. Alright. Check. Yep, that works. Don't be surprised if you see an airplane going through us here in a moment. Alright, that works. Let's test the rudder. Ever so slightly. Oh, the rudder shouldn't actually be working right now, but it is. We never hit the disconnect switch. Alright, flight controls free and clear. Flaps are on 1.
Gemini 6211. Resume taxi.
Radar and predictive is on and auto. So that is good. Everything is on and auto. ECAM message and
Traffic.
we are good. Alright, let's remove the parking brake again and we can get out of here.
To runway 30 right at your discretion.
Taxi to runway 30 right, Tiger 5 Alpha November.
Oh, look, they have one engine taxi. Huh. And it's interesting because when I was looking up about one engine taxis, and it seems like they usually do it after you land. If you're doing like another trip, like another leg with the same airplane, they'll do a one engine taxi on the way to the gate. But from everything I saw, when you're taking off, when you're taxiing out, they usually have it with two engines. So, I don't know. Takeoff clearance, we have WTF, weather around departure path, terrain around departure path, fuel check before takeoff. Let's do our fuel check. Fuel is good. Nose, turn off, and land on. Okay. Oh, there's an airplane coming in for landing. Look at that old plane. That's a, oh, what is the hell is the name of that airplane? Damn it, I forgot it from last time too. It's the Hurricane Hunter
Gemini
airplane.
6211, caution. Super Constellation
That's
at your
it.
11 o'clock,
Thank you.
600 feet. Not say intentions traffic, not under our control.
I like how I guess maybe they heard me when I was complaining about them. I've been complaining for a while about how their traffic sucks. Like, maybe they finally heard what I said. Alright, let's get to the holding short point here.
Gemini 6211, continue taxi.
Cabin crew, take your seats for departure.
Approaching runway 30 left.
Looks like that was meant for the cabin.
Oh,
crew,
you
but
son of a
let me know
bitch!
if there's anything else you need.
God damn it. These fucking controls. I got rid of this last time, and it showed back up again. Motherfucker. Fuck you, game. I know I got rid of this last time.
Approaching runway 30 left.
Cabin crew, take your seats for departure.
Copy, Captain. Cabin is secure and crew are taking seats now.
Oh, we gotta get the tower up. What frequency is the tower?
This is what the ATC audio sounds like, and next is what yours sounds like.
Alright, tower
We gotta
120.6. Mesa Tower Global 6211, holding short, runway 30 left, ready for departure.
Gemini 6211, Gateway Tower, runway 30 left, wind 3606, cleared for takeoff.
Why is the co-pilot not? All right, let's give the controls to the co-pilot again for the ATC. Hopefully he'll do his job this time. All right, let's get out of here. One second, I just want to get the Sky Dolly up and running real quick.
On runway 30 left remaining. 10,300 feet.
All right, Sky Dolly is now running. All right, let's give it about 50% engine. Okay, engine's good, cross-checked. Alright, takeoff speed set, airspeed's alive. 100 knots, cross-checked. V1. Alright, positive rate. Gear up. That's not what I wanted to do, bitch. Okay, flaps up. Autopilot on. Let's go open climb. Can turn off the ground spoilers. And I think we're gonna... Alright, nav's on. Okay, 275. Alright, let's leave this at 0. Alright, we can turn off exterior lights. There's on auto. Wonder why they haven't.
6211, you're leaving the Bravo airspace. Remain outside the Bravo. Frequency change approved. Have a good morning.
Okay.
Phoenix departure, Gemini 6211. Good morning, climbing through 15000. Gemini 6211, Phoenix departure, roger. Say destination and request.
Oh, I never got IFR clearance. That's why they have no idea where we're going. Where the hell are we going? I forget the destination we're going to. Hang on a second. This is Global 6211 requesting IFR clearance to Valley International Information Hotel.
Stand by.
Gemini 6211 to generate a diversion flight plan. You'll need to relink your navigraph account in the pilot portal.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You know, I had the frame rates fixed the other day, and now all of a sudden it's like they are really bad again.
Gemini 6211, contact Albuquerque Center on 135.15. Contacting Albuquerque Center on 135.15. Gemini 6211. Albuquerque Center, Gemini 6211. Good morning, flight through flight level 190. Gemini 6211, Albuquerque Center, climb and maintain flight level 390. Climb and maintain flight level 390, Gemini 6211. Gemini 6211, verify you're squawking 4417, mode Charlie. Gemini 6211, radar contact 15 southwest of Kearney Airport at flight level 240. Kearney altimeter 2968, clear direct Catman. Please direct Catman, altimeter 2968, Gemini 6211.
Alright, now that we are getting higher in altitude, let me switch our nav mode over to this and put this out 180 miles, and let's click on airport instead. Oh, we can do 80 miles, I guess. Nah, we'll do a 160 because that'll leave us enough. And it also gives us airports behind us in case we need to turn around. Now, if we have an issue, we can see airports behind us as well as in front of us. I hate doing this, but give me 1 second. Let me just... Yeah, see, max frame rate. Yeah, we don't need that on. And this I can't change. I was able to change that last time. Yeah, see, this shouldn't be on all on Ultra. This is not where I had it either. No wonder. I had that set to 50. Yeah, auto FPS is just fucking things up right now. Ooh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the microphone. Give me a second here. Let me turn off auto FPS. Because I had this fixed the other day and it was running great. Okay, we can put those on high. Okay, so that's all done. I'll put that back on max now. Oh, not VSync. Max, and max frame rate, say, is 60. Okay, so that's all good and online. We'll turn off photogrammetry for now. And that should help the frame rate up quite a bit now. We should be smoother. Air pack, overheat, pack 1 off, pack 1 on, pack 2. Wonder if we have a circuit out. Condition forward cab duct overheat. Let's turn on the APU. See if we can get the APU bleed to work. Let's see if I can find out how to fix this A320 PAX fault. Cycle the system. Null deferral. Often the crew will select the affected packs, often attempt to reset the system by the overhead panel or reset the circuit breaker. Yeah, I don't know where the circuit breakers are though. Let me see if I can find that. A320. Packs, circuit. Let's level off here. Cycle the packs. Alright, packs look like they're working again. Signs on. We would really descend, but I don't really feel like I don't really want to end the flight. So we're just going to pretend that everything's okay. Alright, cabin pressure's getting normal again. This is the captain speaking from the cockpit. Sorry about turning the seatbelt signs on. If you notice, the masks have also dropped down. We had a little problem with some of the packs that control the airflow, and seems like we got it under control now. You guys can now take your masks off and store them back in the overhead compartment. Thanks again for flying global. This is Captain signing out. See you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have turned on the seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. The lavatories are no longer available. The sign is turned on.
Yeah, this is working a lot better now that I got rid of auto FPS. Left pump 1 and 2 off. Engine mode, put ignition on. Let's turn the packs back off again. I mean the APU off again. We're not low in the... are they talking about? Oh yeah, alright, well, it's not really below the minimum too much. Let's see what it says here. Performance. Doesn't look like we're low though, that's the thing. Once this gets even, it should be okay. I don't know why it says land ASAP. Let me see something here. Nothing has failed. All right, let's put traffic on below in case we need to descend quickly. We can take off the seatbelt signs again. How did we use up almost half our fuel already? We might have a fuel leak here. Hey, will you find us an airport to land at? We are leaking fuel.
Great, let's get this sorted. We're 1-2 miles west of Lordsburg Municipal Airport. It's a small airport, but it should do for an emergency landing. I'll handle the comms with Albuquerque Center to get us down safely.
You?
Albuquerque Center, Gemini 6211, Albuquerque Center, Santa Cruz Airways requesting surge and landing clearance at Lordsburg Municipal Airport because of a fuel leak emergency. Gemini 6211 approved. Contact Lordsburg Cedar 132.8 for landing instructions.
Okay, let's get secondary flight plan. Let's plug in a new destination here. KIWA to Lordsburg. I'm not sure what that is. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, KLSB. That airport's not gonna work, you dumb fuck. That's such a small fucking airport. God, these say attention guys really suck. They really do, most of the time. All right, let's see here. Contact Midland. So what's Midland? Let me see what that is. Let's see, do they have runways that can handle us? No, they can't. We'll go to San Antonio. KIWA KSAT. Okay, and let's see here, flight plan. All right, KSAT. Arrival. Let's see here. Let's change this to KSAT. So runway 13 right is going to be the right one here. All right, let's do direct Activate secondary plan. Direct a nugget. Let me go ahead and start descending. We're going to go to San Antonio. Will you get us clearance for descent so we can go to San Antonio, please?
I'll request descent clearance to San Antonio for you.
Alpha 10, Gemini 6211, requesting clearance to descend to San Antonio due to a fuel leak emergency. Gemini 6211, descend and maintain 809er feet. Contact San Antonio approach on 118.05 for further assistance.
I don't know what 809er feet is, but let's start descending.
San Antonio approach, Gemini 6211. Good morning, with you, flight level 390. Gemini 6211, San Antonio approach, unable VFR above 18,000. Descend and maintain 18,000 or below. Descending and maintaining 18,000 or below, Gemini 6211.
Actually, that might not be the best airport. Let me see here. Oh, I can just look on here. Let's see here. Runway. Up Stockton. What's this here? Let's see here. Runways. 7,500 feet. That might work. Nope. This'll work. KBPG. Let's change that here. All right. We're going to do KIWA to KBPG. Okay, good. So that's there. Let me change this again. KBPG. That's Big Spring, McMahon Wrinkle Airport. And runways they're using right now is 17. So we'll do RNAV 17. insert, direct to there, and there we go. Get say intentions up and get our new airport here. Airport lookup, KBPG. CTAF. Pan. This is Global 6211, reaching Biggs Army Airfield. We have fuel leak. We are descending into Big Spring McMahon Airport, currently passing flight level 300.
Gemini 6211, good morning, flight level 300 for 18,000. Gemini 6211, departure, roger, fuel leak, descend 10,000, advise intentions and if flight following requested. Descending 10,000, we'll advise intentions and let you know about flight following, Gemini 6211.
We have 2979 for the pressure.
Descending 10,000, Gemini 6211.
Temperature is 29. Wind is 170 by 14. And we have a borrow of
Gemini 6211, verify your swapping 3135, hold Charlie, and verify altitude.
$250.
Gemini 6211, radar contact. 17 miles south of Las Cruces International Airport at flight level 260. Las Cruces altimeter 2974. Cleared direct ELT.
Las Cruces altitude 2974, cleared direct ELT, Gemini 6211.
We have K, EPG, I believe. Yep. That's one thing about this airplane. I wish it wasn't so freaking windy all the time. So we're looking at a been an interesting flight so far, my goodness. Lead problems. All kinds of problems. I got you, Don Larry. I get these spam messages all the time on Kick. At least your spelling is proper this time. The guy that was hitting me up last night, or the night before, was, couldn't really spell that well. I need to get a booklet for emergency situations. So I know like how to handle some of these things. Like thankfully you can Google these kind of things now and find answers pretty easily, but all right, we are not too far from this airport. We should be okay with fuel and all that. That's very interesting. I don't recall us leaking fuel, but I guess we were. Something was going on. So I know I loaded the airplane properly. We got 250 miles until... Shit, we can actually slow down a little. Well, I guess we can get down to 10,000 feet. We have a little while to go until we get to our destination. Departure, parking, RNAV approach. fine. So here's where we're going right here. And our airplane is right there. And we'll get a little close to the ground. But we should be no less than 2,000 feet above ground level at any point.
Contact El Paso departure on 119.15.
Contacting El Paso departure on 119.15. Gemini 6211. El Paso departure, Gemini 6211. Good morning, descending 14,000.
Gemini 6211, El Paso departure. Good morning, Oro Grande, altimeter 2965.
Gemini 6211.
All right. Making our way. Making my way downtown. Intentions, you are dumb as fuck. Will you please remind the tower that we have a fuel leak and that's why we're at our flight level?
I'll remind them about the fuel leak at our current
We're gonna land at Carlsbad. Oh yeah, that's a lot closer. Let me get them on the horn here. So we have KNCM. Oh, KCNM. Carlsbad Airport Global 6211. Currently at 14,000 feet with a fuel leak, requesting clearance to land runway 21 if that's the available runway. Pullman Air Force Base Global 6211 requesting clearance to land at Cavern City, runway 21 if possible. We have a fuel leak.
Holloman approach, Gemini 6211. Good morning at 14,000. Gemini 6211, runway 21 not available at Cavern City. Available runways 2230 412. Advised preferred runway, emergency acknowledged. Stay hold on board and fuel remaining. Gemini 6211, stay attention.
2230, so pretty much every other runway. All right, so we have 2230. None of those are runways there. 12. What? None of those are runways at Cavern City. We currently have 1,380 pounds of fuel, and we have 102 souls on board.
Gemini 6211, roger, emergency acknowledged. Advise attention.
Please choose the longest runway for us at Cavern City and vector us. Global 6211.
Gemini 6211. Good morning, maintaining 14,000. Gemini 6211, Albuquerque Center, morning, say request.
We'd like to land on runway 3 or runway 21 at Cavern City air terminal. It's the longest runway they have. Global 6211.
Gemini 6211, runway 3 and runway 21 available at Cavern City. Advise intentions.
Please descend us. Currently we're at 4,000 feet. We need to descend now. It looks like runway 21, please.
Gemini 6211, runway 21 not available at Cavern City. Available runways 4, 22, 12, 30. Say requested altitude for descent.
5,000 feet. By the way, none of those runways exist at that airport, so good job saying intentions.
Gemini 6211, descend and maintain 5,000. Available runways at Cavern City 4, 22, 12, 30. State intentions.
Runway 22, please. I guess that is runway 21 in their eyes. Because none of those other runways exist.
11, runway 22 assigned. Descend and maintain 5,000. Left traffic. Runway 22. Descend and maintain 5,000. Left traffic. Gemini 6211.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the captain speaking. We're currently descending a little early. We're having a little bit of a fuel issue. Not to worry, we will be on the ground safely and quickly as possible.
We have turned on the seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, we have turned on the seatbelt sign for your safety. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. The lavatories are no longer available. Sign. Thank you.
Now, we are almost actually at the airport. Let's go into heading mode. Wish there was a way to choose a different chart. Runway 21, because it's 21, not 22. Dumb fucks at say intentions. We are just getting ready to pass the airport. coming up here any moment. It's the first time in a long time I've actually had to land an airplane early because of an issue. When we get to this waypoint, we're going to do a short little holding pattern with right-hand traffic. So it looks like we're going to be doing a parallel entry into this one. We're on a heading of 66 and it's got an outbound course of 34. Yeah, it looks like that'll be... Cavern City, Global 6211, we have a little bit of a fuel leak. We're requesting emergency landing, runway 22, currently at 600 feet.
Gemini 6211, runway 22 is not available. You are cleared for an emergency landing on runway 21. Descend and maintain.
Hey, we got the right runway.
For emergency landing on runway 21, descend and maintain. Gemini 6211.
Finally, they got the right runway.
Centurion 6 Romeo Papa, contact Fort Worth Center on 132.6. 132.6.
All right, let's go out on a 34 heading. Once we straighten our wings, we'll hit the clock for 1 minute. All right, 1 minute started. Current pressure is 2981. We got a flight path angle. All right, we're almost at a minute. And then we'll make a right-hand turn. All right, let's spin around. slow down. Yep. Once we get to carry, we got to get down to 4,900 feet. We'll do that at a 3%. What the fuck? No, bitch, no! That's not what I chose, you motherfucker. Activate approach. Almost have to start descending again. Make sure co-pilot's still handling the comms. Yep. Minus 3%. Alright, we are locked on to the runway. Let's go flaps 1. Let's arm the cabin crew, take your seats for landing. Oh, you know, we don't need the APU on, actually. All right, now we're gonna put this down to like 3,000 feet or something like that. We'll see if they descend us automatically in here. If they don't, we're gonna go 3% again here in a moment. Gear down. Let's go to flaps 2. Glide slope is in play. Missed approach. Need to go up to 8,000 feet, so let's set 8,000 feet on our altimeter here, just in, our altitude dial, just in case. Flaps 3.
Radar contact. Altitude restrictions canceled. Maintain VFR. 4,000, 167. Speed.
Flaps full.
Centurion 6 Romeo Papa contact Fort Worth Center on 132.6.
All right, my control. I don't know if I've ever landed a Phoenix with the Xbox controller before. This is definitely way more boaty than it is with the the flight system that I have, the Turtle Beach system. This is like very difficult to control. Actually, like the littlest turn.
Don't sink.
I got you, pal.
Don't sink.
The
Don't
littlest
sink.
move. Wow.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Permission to buzz the tower.
Don't sink. Don't
It's
sink.
not one of my flights unless the proximity
Don't
warning
sink.
comes on.
Don't sink.
40, 30,
Don't sink.
20, retard, 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 retard.
No, any way you can walk away from is a good one, I guess, right? I guess they're not talking to us to tell us where to taxi. No worries. We'll just make our own way.
Approaching runway 3.
we'll just park right here. Fuck it. Alright, let me try something here real quick. So we're going to go to... no, that's not... oh, panel states. There we go. Ready. We're going to set that as the default. So we can do some playback here. Alright, let me turn off say intentions. Let me stop recording Sky Dolly. Okay. So let's go back a little bit. That must be where the localizer was capturing, or the RNAV system was capturing. Yep. That's where it was capturing. That was actually kind of fun, having to land early. Should be coming down in a moment. There's the runway right here. Come on, dear. Let's go, bitch. Come on. Cool how you can hear the doors opening up. That is pretty slick, dude. We'll do one next to the wing also, and then Probably call it a night after that. Maybe do a couple quick shots for takeoff. I was trying to crab land, but I got mixed up with the direction of the wind until like the very last minute, and I had to make some corrections. I like how you have the vehicles in the back. That's pretty dope. I like that. Okay, so let's pause this for a second. Let's go inside the cabin here. Okay, let's go back a couple of minutes. Here we are. Oh, I can kind of see the difference in the level of detail now. Well, first, I have photogrammetry turned off, so that's why the buildings are not 3D, but yeah, I don't really mind them looking a little more flat. I'm okay with that. It certainly helps with the frames, that's for sure. Since I deactivated auto FPS and turned everything down a notch, that's essentially what auto FPS does, the whole sim, the whole game. It's just changing those values all game to try to get the maximum frame rate. I'd rather just turn it all down a little bit and just have it smooth the whole game. But it's only on these kind of airplanes you really need to do it. If you're flying like default Cessnas, Beechcraft, that kind of stuff, like general aviation airplanes, you really don't have these kind of issues. It's mainly just with these big jets. Boy, it gets better and better every time. All right, I guess the reversers are not going to kick on. I was kind of hoping we'd see that, but okay. No worries. All right, let me get back to our takeoff real quick. Hope this doesn't break the sim. All right, let's see here. No, screen, no. Go back. All right, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. In just a few moments, we will commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to choose from our fresh selection available today. All details can be found in your in-flight brochure. You can also purchase a selection of hot beverages together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept all major credit and debit cards. If we can be of any further assistance, just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Goodbye, Phoenix. I wonder why the slats are up already. I don't remember putting the slats up that early. And let's just do one more camera shot from the outside, I guess. This is always a fan favorite of mine. Let's do this one here. All right, I think that's good for the night. Sorry that we couldn't do the full flight, but we still got it in. Works for me. I'll be back tomorrow for sure. Well, I shouldn't say for sure, but I'm 99% sure I'm going to be back tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to be flying or playing more Subnautica. I mean, being that we got the Subnautica game now, we might just do a little Saturday night Subnautica and just catch up on some shit that happened during the week. But yeah, man, that's about it, my friends, on tonight's episode. I'll be back tomorrow. Please hit like, subscribe, and tip your bartender on the way out the door. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here, my friends. I will see you later. See ya.